guys had to classify Abythos into a subgenre of metal, what would it be?
Yeah. Take it. May I start? Take it. Well, Abythos, at least my understanding is that we don't really have a loyalty to any subgenre in metal. Obviously, if you listen to our music, you can hear black metal influences. That would probably be the easiest way to categorize our sound. But we also have a doomy, depressive sound in our music. It's very moody. There are even some groovy death metal sounding riffs in some of it. And I think the most important thing is that we just play the music that is expressing what's going on with us at that time. As far as lyrically, the music is very dark. It doesn't focus very much on fantasy. Where I do talk about mythology in my lyrics, it's as pertains to the message that I'm trying to get across at the time. So I don't just randomly write about different mythological stories that interest me. So yeah, I guess Black Doom is what we've always called ourselves, but I think that to say that we're Black Doom is oversimplified.
Right, we don't let that label by any means constrain us to writing just a certain formula of song.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the Austin metal scene?
I think it's incredible. I remember here, a few years ago when metal shows you could really only catch were like the road shows that came through, and there wasn't very much as far as guys that you could know that were in bands. And I think maybe Vespery and Sorrow was one of the active bands that I knew that actually got to play in. And then they usually played open up for road shows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there were metal bands here, yeah. But
within the past year, the scene's just completely exploded. I mean, it's huge now.
Right.
There's hardly a weekend that goes by where you don't see at least one metal show.
Right.
So.
And
it's diverse too.
It's very diverse.
Very diverse, yeah. And almost more importantly than the number of bands is the fact that it seems like every month, I'll see more people showing up at shows people I've never seen before, people I have no idea who they are.
Right.
And I think that the fan base is growing as well as the number of bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the support too. I mean, such as the show. I mean, just the people that are the radio, 101X, and I was thinking the other day. I was wondering, would it be possible for Austin one day to be kind of known, similar to how Florida, Tampa had the death metal scene, or even Stockholm, Sweden. I mean, I was curious.
Gothenburg.
Gothenburg too is another big metal town, and I was just curious, would Austin one day be, sort of known for that?
That's the goal. I mean, I know that's what I want to do this year, and Chuck Lush from 101X wants to do it, and there's no reason that we can't. Okay, so let's talk about your new record.
Well, it's actually an EP. It's 27 minutes long. It contains 6 tracks. 2 of which are 2 to 3 minute long instrumentals. So it's four full songs. The name of it is Arrival Rituals. And it's coming out on January 28th. And we're actually doing a CD release party for it at Red Rum.
Excellent.
Cognatus' other band, Hammer Horror, is going to be playing, and that'll be their first show in Austin, I believe, in about a year or so, right?
Yeah.
More than a year, maybe.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really cool show.
Who else is on that?
Thousand Ashes is opening it up, and then Force Fed. Jason Frankhauser's band.
Yeah.
They've been around for a long time, haven't they?
Yeah, Force Fed is a band that's been around for quite a while. Although they just recently got back together.
And then Disfigured.
Azoth.
Azoth, I think.
Really cool to have those guys on the bill, I think.
Yeah. And
Vex, of course.
Vex is headlining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got Thousand Ashes, Force Fed, Azoth, Disfigured, Hammer Horror, Abythos, and Vex. 7 bands.
Yeah.
Huge show.
Huge.
All right.
As well as this will be 3 days after our 1 year anniversary as a band.
Yeah. And his birthday.
And 3 days after my birthday.
And 3 days after his birthday.
All right.
So it's a
lots of reasons
a
to
lot of
celebrate.
celebration.
Yeah. And for us starting out, kind of going back to the first question or the conception of this band, and there was a lot of stuff that was said about us as a working unit and what we'd be able to accomplish. And I just like to say, in the time that we've been together, the year that we've done a lot, we've consistently played shows not only in Austin, but we've taken our music to Harlingen. We were part of November, the 3rd November to December. We did a show in San Angelo. I mean, and like Mortrine was saying, we booked our first show really within a couple of weeks of being a band. We had just gotten our practice room. We had we didn't have any songs. It was just like we got in there, we worked, we focused on that. And it just sort of all fell into place really. And it just seems like for this project, that's something that's kind of been a theme, that things are kind of progressing for us.
As soon as we lost our first bass player, maybe 2 days later, Tim came up to us and was like, "I know this guy from Alice, Texas," and introduced us to him. And ever since then, Cognatus has been jamming with us, and it's worked out really well.
Yeah.
Same sort of situation.
There's, because I'm your friend, I've sat back and watched you guys face some adversity, and I don't want to mention any names, but, there's people out there that have, actively tried to create problems for you. But, wouldn't you agree that perseverance has been the key to your success here in the past year? Because you haven't let anything stop you.
No, well, we're all, I think all of us, I know for a fact all of us in our own way are completely consumed with this music, whether it's black metal, death metal, but just metal in general. It's been a part of my life for a long time, and I'm sure, but so it's almost like, it's perseverance sounds like a really, like a something that we've really had to exert ourselves, but it's almost like just it's in my blood, and I don't think I'll ever really get rid of it. So, just
I think that's a good way of putting it. Our music, ever since we started this project, it's almost been like there hasn't really been any other option but to continue. And just because there are some people that would like to see us fail, I don't think this has really slowed us down at all.
Hi, I'm Koth of Abythos. I'm Nagrath of Abythos, and you're watching Pure Metal Sickness.